another episode of Charlie Drives. Today you join me in my dad's Porsche 911 Carrera 4. I did a video on this car probably about a year and a half ago now. You can go watch that up there above. But yeah, this video very much going to be talking about whether I would actually want to buy another 996. Always really liked the cars. From previous Porsche ownership experience has been I'm a little bit on the fence about it. But anyway, let's get on with the video and see what I think. Definitely miss that sound of the flat six. Whew. Right, excuse the sweaty mess. We are still in Spain after our long trip over here in the Land Rover Defender, which you can check out the videos up there. I'll include a link to those. But anyway, this one is all about Porsche or Porsche. Now, if you're familiar with my channel, you will know that I've had a mixed experience with Porsche ownership in general. I used to own a lovely seal grey 996 Carrera 4S, beautiful car, and I totally regret selling that car. It did cost me a lot of money, but then I drove it all the time. I was silly enough to take it to Porsche rather than trying to find a relatively cost-effective independent specialist. So definitely learnt from that experience. Then I had a 986 Boxster, which obviously has the same engine as this car, and managed to blow it up. So yeah, okay, given I was driving the cars, I was getting enjoyment out of them. They are supposed to be performance cars. You're supposed to be able to drive them fairly hard, I would expect, but I guess you could say that at least with the Boxster I was hammering that car, and that's exactly what that car, I bought that car to hammer it. I bought that car to take it on track. Probably was the wrong car to take on track. I've now got a Vauxhall VX220 for that sort of thing. Hopefully we won't have any similar problems with that. But I think generally owning a car like this, I mean, these are starting to slowly creep up. I wouldn't say they're appreciating quite as quickly as I might have anticipated. But I think I probably actually, I feel like I sold the 996, or my 996 at the right time, because I haven't really seen them go massively up in price. I mean, some of them, maybe the very low mileage examples, might be going up in price. I think the GT3s of that generation also are holding good values. But yeah, these, I mean, would I buy another Carrera 4? Would I buy another 996, or would I buy another Carrera 4S? I think if I had the space on the drive and I had the money, then my answer to that question would be yes, because there is something lovely about owning one of these cars. I know the 996 was the least, one of the most least popular 911s of its time, but they're affordable, they sound fantastic still. Yeah, they've got the fried egg headlights, but I don't care. The car the model that really doesn't appeal to me is 997 actually. If it was me and if I could choose between another Porsche, it would either be a 996 or a 991. I'd probably be quite tempted to have a 996 GT3. I think they're beautiful cars, really, really beautiful. And of course they don't have the blessed IMS problems that these are plagued with. But then, having said that, my Carrera 4S never had any actual engine problems. It was still on its original IMS bearing that never had got replaced, and it didn't go wrong. So that particular car, actually, from an engine standpoint, did all right. I think I was particularly unlucky. Oh, listen to that. Sounds great. I think I was particularly unlucky with the Boxster. I think it hadn't been, I don't think it had been maintained well enough in its lifetime. You know, I've got to take Douglas's advice on that and his opinion, because he's right. He works on these cars all the time, and his opinion is that these engines, they are good engines. They've just got bad press. So I wouldn't solely put it on the engines that I wouldn't buy another 996. I think I would. It's just I wouldn't buy another 996 to hammer around. I'd have another 996 to drive nicely, take it on journeys, drive it fast, but I wouldn't hammer it. I wouldn't hammer it around corners really fast, drag it around a track, starve the engine of all of its oil. That's not really what I would want to be doing with these cars, because I think it ends up costing you more than it's worth. But all in all, I mean, this car, this example, same year as my old car, so this is a 2004 996. Dad bought this one in Switzerland, I think in 2005 or 2006, and it's just done over 100,000 kilometers. Literally, it's just done over 100,000 kilometers, and it feels tight, feels great. I've always kind of been a little bit critical about the brakes on these. They're not quite man enough for the car, but it's still really enjoyable to drive. The steering is great. Feels fantastic around some of these lovely bends. So yeah, I've got to be careful when driving these, because it's definitely something about it. It's definitely that kind of like itch that you need to scratch, and currently with the driveway full of Heffel bred cars, apart from the Land Rover of course, I do have that kind of niggling feeling that one day I will want to buy another 911 at some point. Whether or not it's a 996, I don't know. As I said, either a 996 or a 991. Definitely don't have the budget for a 992. And yeah, I don't know. The 992, unless it's a Turbo S, doesn't really appeal. Not at the moment anyway. It just sounds incredible. And this has just got a stock exhaust. Not even a sports exhaust, this one. But it just sounds the nuts. Just gonna go back round. I told my dad I'd give it a bit of a wash, because it's just been sat in his driveway and he's had his grandkids over, putting all their fingerprint marks on the car, because it just sits in the garage, and the garage is also where the ice creams are kept. So I promised him that in return for taking his car out for a little bit of a YouTube update video, that I would go and find a place to go and wash it, because it could do with a little bit of a clean. It needs a bit of TLC for sure, but from a mechanical standpoint, it feels tight and grippy, and really lovely to drive. I love the fact that this road is literally, how long is this video? 10 minutes away from my parents' house. I would love to have roads like this 10 minutes away from my house in the UK. I think I need to move house. But yeah, what a fantastic car. And I love the fact that, okay, I've been driving some pretty nice cars recently. Aston Martin Vantage, Exige S2, to name a few. You can watch those videos. I'll include links to those up there. And stepping into this, and even from the Evora, even just stepping into this, it still feels so good. So yes, don't hate upon the 996, and I certainly don't hate upon the 996 at all. It's just, I'm on the edge about them, that's all. Would I want to buy another one? Hey, I tell you what, get a good example, spend 18 to 20k on a good example that's been really well looked after, and you feel super confident about the paperwork and whoever it was who owned the car before, then I think it'd probably be a safe bet. But I think you still need to treat these cars with a bit of respect, and that's all. That's all they need. Anyway guys, just a short video. Thought it'd be nice while I was here to take the opportunity to give Dad's car another run. But yeah, if you're new to the channel, please get subscribed. Makes a massive difference. I've got some pretty exciting stuff coming up. Not sure when the next Porsche content's going to be, but let me know in the comments what you think. Subscribe to the channel, and I will see you for the next video. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I'll see you for the next one. Cheers, take care, bye.